All right, I got the stuff fixed. The text fixed for the sign here. So hopefully that's going well. And welcome back to Habit Engineering, everybody. Life is very good. I'm enjoying my life. I'm having a good hair day today, so that's always nice. I think I've figured out a way to make it the way I want to more consistently. Hint, I just have to actually brush my hair. Go figure, right? But yeah, dude, it's a good day today. It's a good day today. Yep, any habits. I am working on getting the app put together. That should have the V1 out in probably around 2 months, maybe a little bit less than then. And I think I'm going to work on utilizing the Habit Engineer AI tool that I have access to in videos and making some short form content for everyone, because I built this custom GPT that you get access to as part of the community, which the link for that's in my bio, but where you can it's a custom GPT that's trained on the Triple S method, as well as all of the habits from ultra high achieving individuals that I've pulled out. So it's very cool. And then eventually once we get the app put together, it's actually going to be trained on all of the data from everyone who is using the app too, which is going to be super, super sick because there's nothing like that exists in the world right now. So I'm going to be really excited for that to be a thing. Let's see here. I still need to make a PDF file. Yeah. But anyways, Habit Engineer live stream, baby. For any of you just hopping on, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. Go ahead and drop any habits that you are looking to be more consistent with down in the chat, and I will teach you how you can actually stick with those habits using the most effective habit building method ever, which is the Triple S method. So I am the best in the world at teaching people how to build habits they can actually stick with. And then I run an online community helping people actually be consistent with those habits. So if any of you have any habits that you would like to be consistent with, you can put those habits down in the chat and I will teach you how to engineer them in a way so that you can actually stick with them. Aaron, hello. What's a habit that you want to drop down in the chat? Good to see you. Iriana Medina, hello, good to see you. Drop a habit down in the chat, Iriana. And if you guys want to subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff, that will make me your personal accountability buddy, and helping you stay consistent with your habits. Because I do this live stream Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So you can use the notification of that going off as a reminder for you to stay consistent with your habits, whether it's a habit that we engineer here or one that you're already working on being consistent with. Either one works. But yeah. So either any bad habits you're looking to build, good habits you're looking to break, go ahead, drop those down in the chat, and we will engineer them. Aaron said, how are you doing today? Aaron, I'm having a great day today, man. I'm having a great one. It's been good. It's been productive. Got a lot of good stuff done. Can't complain. Can't complain, man. Ooh, I have to. What's up, Gene? Good to see ya. For anyone who's just hopping on, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. I am the best in the world at teaching people how to build habits they can actually stick with. I developed the world's most effective habit building method. Members of my community have a 96% success rate in actually being able to stay consistent with their habits. And I will teach you my method for free. If you put a habit down in the chat that you would like to be more consistent with, or a bad habit that you're looking to break, the method works the same for both. Then I will teach you that right now. So, yeah, Gene, good to see ya. Fishy, what's up, man? I moved the text down. How's that looking? Is anything covered up there, or are we good? Reed, hello. I have an important question. Reed, I have no clue. I have no clue what your answer is. It's readable. Okay, awesome. Or what the answer is to that question. Sorry, Reed. Gene said, man, I'm straight, I'm retired, I'm 57, I'm living a dream. Awesome, Gene. Good to hear it. Yeah, great job, man. Just the purpose of this live stream specifically is to teach people how to build habits that they can actually stick with in order to help them to get better. Or become better versions of themselves. So if that's not something that you are interested in at this point, then that's totally fine. Reed, I definitely have not heard of that. Yeah, sorry. Gene said, my cousin. Gene, you are going to have to elaborate on what you mean by that. But yeah, so for any of you, I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, so please subscribe and turn on notifications to make me your accountability buddy. Yeah, there we go. And you can use the notifications for this live stream going off as a way to help me keep you accountable. Gene said, your cousin has been to jail. Oh, dang. And she needs to start a new life, so any suggestions? Yes. Josh, you are a cool guy. Hey, thanks, Josh. I appreciate that. Would love a subscribe if you think so. That would be epic. Gene, I would say the first thing is that I personally don't really believe that you can teach desire. And so if she doesn't want to change, then it's going to be pretty hard to get her to change anything. So just be aware of that. Oh, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Means a lot. But yeah, you can't teach desire. Like, people have to want to change. at least a little bit, something, anything, in order to change. And so my suggestion, my first suggestion is if she just got out of jail and she needs to start a new life, then she needs to start with changing whatever she wants to change about herself. And use the Triple S method. Have her get on this live stream, subscribe, and then send it to her, share it with her, and have her join my community. The link is in my YouTube bio for that. That does cost money, just so we're on the same page. But it's pretty underpriced. I'm gonna raise the prices here in a bit, but at least I think it's underpriced for the value that it's adding. But yeah, so helping people do that over there in the community would be a good start. And then, yeah, just find. So I separate life into 5 different categories. So you've got physical, social, intellectual, spiritual, and financial. She wants to get in college, but with her record, it's unlikely to happen. Yeah, I'm honestly, I dropped out of college, so I'm not sure how that would work with having a record. I feel like maybe she could get into an online college. In fact, I would almost guarantee that there is an online college that works specifically with people who have been to jail. So that's probably where she could start if she wanted to do that. I would just have her ask ChatGPT if there are online colleges or even in-person colleges that work specifically with people who have been incarcerated in the past. For anyone else hopping on, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. I am the #1 teacher of how to build habits that actually stick in the world. I need to figure out a better way to say that, but I developed the most effective habit building method in the world. So go ahead and drop any habits, either good habits you want to build or bad habits you want to break, down in the chat. Subscribe, turn on notifications, make me your accountability buddy, and we'll get the ball rolling. Jean said, "Thank you, I'm sorry, I have to get somewhere, but I'll share the news to her." Awesome, Jean. Yeah. Hit the subscribe button, send my profile over to her. Hopefully we'll see her on here soon. That would be great. Yeah, we've got, over in the community, we've got a 96% success rate in helping people actually stay consistent with their habits. So, if anyone's curious or cares, the next most effective method is at about 75%. So, Asit Anand. Yo, what's up, Asit? Am I saying that right? Or is it Azit? Azit? I don't know. Let me know how to pronounce it in the chat. Give me an update. How did your habits go? Because I know we talked about 1 or 2 of them, right? How have they been? Yeah, let me know in the chat. And for anyone else who hasn't already engineered a habit using the Triple S method, if you have one that you would like to have engineered, throw it down there in the chat and we will teach you how to engineer it right now. But just so you have a general understanding, so the Triple S method, 3 steps, right? You make your habit. You start by making your habit specific. That's the first S. You do that by assigning your habit a what, a when, and a where. The goal is to make it so specific that you can visualize it like you're watching a movie in your head. The second S is simple. You make your habit simple by running it through a filter question, which is just, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? If the answer is no, go back to this specific stage and re-engineer it until you have that level of confidence. And then the third S is sealed. And you seal your habit by having some type of 1 second celebration, because what gets rewarded gets repeated. So yeah, that's the triple S method. In a wide range nutshell, or whatever that's a overview explanation of it. That's what the word, I think that's the word I'm looking for. LOL. Maybe it's not. But yeah, okay. So one of the triple S, simple, meant to break down the goal as easy as it can be. Today will be my 5th day going to the gym and studying only for 2 hours, not continuously. I think I made it too simple. You can't make it too simple. That's not really a thing. Congrats on your consistency so far. That's awesome. But I totally disagree. You have not made it too simple, because like and I explain this to people. I guess I probably didn't explain it when I was talking to you, because we're just like over a live stream chat, right? But the fact of the matter is, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, right? And self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit. And so when you're setting habits, you want to make sure that you're setting habits that are so simple that you can stay with them, not for weeks or for months, but for years and decades. Because when you think about it from a compound interest standpoint, when do the vast majority of those financial gains come into play? It's not in year 5 or 10 or 20. It's in year 30, 40, 50, 60. Like, that's when the compounding interest really starts to exponentialize. Not sure if that's a word. And so you can't make your habits too simple, because they have to be something that you can stick with for that long throughout the course of your life. And obviously, if you need to make adjustments, you make adjustments. But that's like the understanding that you should be building habits with. But again, great job. Proud of you for your consistency. That's awesome. The real test will be when you come back in like a month from now, and you've done both of those habits every single day for a month. That'll be good. Like, I would say just about anyone can do just about anything for a week or two. But it's like, if you can do something for a couple months straight, okay, then you're getting somewhere. But if you can come and do something for like a couple years, that's when you've really won. Essie said, I'm usually consistent for 1 to 2 weeks. It's always the third week where I fall. Yeah. So uh, wait until then to decide whether it's too simple or not, even though too simple isn't a thing. Fishy said, I game too much. Any tips to stop that? So Fishy, if assuming that it's something you want to stop, um, that's the first step, right? And I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be something you want to stop. If you've already built up a level of self-discipline in like building habits and improving yourself and trying to get your emotions under control and everything. So it doesn't like have to necessarily be something that you want to do. That's just where we want to start. But if you're already along that journey, then that's fine. And I would say some tips for that is have a bedtime for one. Oh, yeah, that's easy. I wish I could game more or game less and do more other things. So I would say, Fishy, the way to do that is you make a habit of finding other things to put in your schedule, and then go do those other things, right? Um, so what other things would you like to do? Like if you want to go hang out with your friends more and game less, then build a habit of texting 2 friends every night and trying to set something up with them in the evening for whenever you are both available. And if you're doing that every night, chances are you'll probably over time have friends to hang out with every night. Blue Hawk, anything you are writing, any new book? I am not writing a new book right now. I will eventually write a book on the Triple S method, but that's going to probably be a few years in the making, like down the line, when I've got a lot more data, it's a lot more research backed. But for now, I'm working on building an app. That's my main focus right now is keep putting content out for you guys, keep adding more people into the community, and then working on getting the app up and running for everyone. Researching will take a lot of time. Yeah. That's why I said it's a few years out, probably like 5 to 10. Honestly, I'm in no rush to write another book on it. At least not right now. Maybe I will be. Maybe that'll change in the future. But it really depends on how fast the community grows, because that'll give me a lot more people to help with the research side of things. Fishy said, almost all my friends are on holiday, and the ones I can meet up with answer too late. Right, so Fishy, that's why you just make the habit of texting 2 people a day and just scheduling a time that works in the future for you. So it's going to take some time to build up that consistent, like having people to hang out with consistently, but just texting 2 new people every day, that will eventually fill up your calendar, is the thought. But yeah, it's not something that's gonna like happen right away, but the habit is to text the 2 people every day. So eventually you have something going on in the evenings, besides gaming. And I mean, there's plenty of other things that you could do besides like just hanging out with your friends. You could go to church, like a church youth group thing. probably happens on the weekdays or something. There's like Facebook groups. If you have some other interests and hobbies, you could join Facebook groups, see if there's any local meetups that are happening with things that you're interested in. Like it really just sounds like maybe the most effective habit would be just time management. So like taking 10 minutes at the end of your day, and just saying, okay, tomorrow, here's what I'm going to do in the evening instead of game as much. And you just find something where it's like, okay, you're going to go out and do this. Or, okay, you're going to hang out with this friend. Like just taking that 10-minute block or whatever to decide something to do. Because I would imagine that the reason why you're gaming so much isn't because you necessarily want to, but just because it's easy, right? It's an easier cure to your boredom. And so since you're not really planning ahead to do anything, then nothing happens besides what's just easiest, and what's easiest is to game. So, or watch TV or something, right? Blue Hawk, can we go to church every Sunday and do some social work? Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a great option. I go to church every Sunday. I usually have a few activities during the week for church. That's been really helpful in helping me keep a relatively full social calendar. And yeah, that's about it. But yeah, once again, so for anyone hopping on, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. I teach people how to build habits that stick better than anyone else in the world by using the world's most effective habit building method, the Triple S method. In my community, the link's in the bio, we've got a 96% success rate in helping people actually be consistent with their habits. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, turn on notifications. That will make me your personal accountability buddy, because I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time and do this. Fishy said, thanks for the advice. I will work on it. Awesome, Fishy. Glad to hear it. I mean, if you, I'm not sure what aspect of it, of the advice you decide to incorporate and work on. If you want to let me know in the chat, that would be cool. But just make sure that you use the Triple S method, and I know you already know, right? Specific by assigning it a what, when, and where. Simple by making sure you feel 100% confident in it, and then seal it with some type of reward, some type of 1 second celebration, so that your brain wants to do it more and more. So yeah, just make sure that you are formatting that habit with the Triple S method, and then it should give you a pretty good chance of being consistent with it. And then, because I'm going to wrap the stream up here in a minute, but hop back on tomorrow and let me know what habit you came up with using the Triple S method specifically, and whether you were able to be consistent with it or not. Yeah, that's the deal, yo. But yeah, unless anyone has any final comments, concerns, violent reactions, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Appreciate y'all hopping on. Yes, one last question. Go for it. The habit I want to break is... No, the other text didn't pop up. What the question? What is the question? Buying things you don't need. We already talked about this, but it doesn't work. Okay. So if the habit that we engineered for it isn't working, it doesn't mean that it's not something that you can change. It just means that we don't understand how you tick well enough in order to design or engineer the habit that you can actually stick with. So what do you think needs to change about the habit in order for you to be able to stick with it? Curry Bennett. A day ago on acid, I realized that all matter is condensed into a slow vibration and death is an imagination of ourselves. Just thought. Are you sure you're not still on acid? Just thought. That was pretty funny. At least I think it was funny. If no one else does, that's fine. Asid thought it was funny. Thanks, Asid. Appreciate it. Curry Bennett, I would appreciate a subscription, brother. Fishy said, thanks, Curry. Do I have to try to take the amount of money with me that is my budget? Yes. Buying things you don't need. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I would say like maybe just set a limit for yourself of like say, okay, if this is my shopping list, then this is how much money I should spend. These are all the things that I need. So then just make a habit of saying, okay, I'm not going to spend more than this amount at the store every time I go. Okay. Yeah, so that's so Fishy, that's the next thing that I would try is like make a habit of before you go to the store, write down a list of everything that you're going to get from the store, figure out how much each item is going to cost, give yourself a total and say, okay, this is the roughly the total amount of spend that I'm going to have on this trip to the store. And then just go in, take that list with you, take that amount with you, write it down on a piece of paper, bring it with you, or on your phone, a note or whatever, that's fine. Just have it there visible, take it with you, only buy what you need that you've already written down, and then read. But then I see something I want and then I grab it anyways. Yeah, okay, well don't. Just say like when you there's a moment in between when you like have an input, something come into you, and then an output, something that you do in reaction to that thing, right? There's a space in between that. And if you can master that space, you can master your life. And so when you have that thought, oh, I want that thing, then the first thing that you should do is question that thought and say, okay, well, why do I want that thing? Is it something that's going to be beneficial for me? Is it something that I actually need, et cetera, et cetera? And then implement something as a spacer in between those, you seeing something you want and just grabbing it. Like, you can tell yourself no. You have the capacity to do that. So maybe just when you see something you want, before you reach out to grab it, say, if you see something you want that's not on your list of things to get already, then just say, okay, I'm going to count to 10. And then if I don't actually want this thing or need this thing and it's just an impulse buy, then I'm not going to buy it. I see it said, I shifted to old school, only carry cash. Withdraw cash for the whole month. It's $300. I only carry a little amount in my wallet. Once I'm close to 250, I limit myself automatically. Yep, that's a great option. You can. It's all about setting your life up in a series of systems so that you don't need to actually exercise as much discipline in the moment, because you've already made the choice. You've already set up and structured your life in a way that just limits your options of choosing in the first place. That's really the key, is just set up systems for your life that limit the amount of choices that you even can make. Heck, dude, Fishy, just don't even go to the store anymore. Just have all of your groceries brought to your house and only buy the things you need. Get Walmart Plus or something. I don't know where you're living, but just do that. Or have them Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever. There's like so many options. Ask ChatGPT. What are some things that you can do? And then just like pick one of those ideas that you like, that you think will work, and then format it with the Triple S method, and then boom. And then try those until one works. Okay. Good. Glad we got that figured out. You'll have to let me know how that goes. I'm going to run because I've got another meeting. Love y'all. Thank you. Appreciate the hype. Appreciate the encouragement. Keep the change and keep changing. Peace.